Hey guys, so this is my February favorites video for 2015. So firstly, you will notice or might notice that I'm filming from a different setting. This is my living room, so I'm just filming from my couch. So I thought I would try this out for my favorites video. I kind of wanted my favorites video to feel a little more relaxed and kind of just like a friend talking to a friend about things they've been loving lately. I just thought I would try it out and see how this worked. I was inspired by doing this type of video by another YouTuber. Her channel name is ChelseaWears. I will link her channel down below in my description box. But Chelsea used to make YouTube videos maybe a few years ago, for a few years. She's very into fashion, also into makeup, so she was more makeup, fashiony sort of videos. She hasn't been making videos recently, with the exception she has been doing these favorites videos with her friend, and they'll just, go to one another's apartment and just, sit down and film and just talk about things that they're loving. So I kind of was inspired by her videos. I've been really obsessed with watching. She's done, it's 3 different videos split up into part 1 and part 2. So they'll sit down for an hour and more and kind of just chat about things they're loving. And then she'll divide it into 2 different videos. So there's 6 videos like this in total. And I just have really been loving them lately. I love that feeling of a favorites video. I think, with favorites videos, you're sharing things that you really love, and everything I'm sharing I genuinely love and I'm recommending. And it's kind of, I want it to be a relaxed kind of feeling, like I'm just talking to a friend about these things. So I thought I would try this sort of style for my favorites video. We'll see how it goes. I won't necessarily commit to this kind of format. I just kind of wanted to test it out. So definitely let me know what you think and what sort of format you prefer, like my old format of doing these or this format. So I will get into my favorites, and it's still the same. I have my mix of kind of beauty products and then sort of other things. So I'll start with my beauty favorites, and the first thing is a makeup item, and this is my Benetint, and this is something that I'm project panning currently. So I've been using it for a few months, and I've actually had this for a few years, but just recently it's really become a favorite, and it's because besides just using it as a cheek stain, I'm also using it as a lip stain, and I just love the kind of natural rosy tint it gives to my lips. So this is a rediscovered favorite, or an item that I liked, but I was never oh my gosh, it's a favorite, and now it's become a favorite. So I kind of like when you discover products that you already have. I think that's really great, especially if you can figure out different ways to use it. So this has definitely been a favorite for February. My next favorite is a perfume, and this won't come as any surprise if you're watching my other videos, like my weekly makeup bag. I started using this in February. It's the Versace Bright Crystal, and this I got, so for Christmas I got one of the Sephora perfume fragrance sampler things, and this is the perfume I ended up getting with the coupon that comes with that. So I started using this in February when I used up my Harajuku Lover perfumes that I had been working on in my Finish 7 by Spring. But I am so in love with this fragrance. It's just very feminine, but not super overpowering. It's really hard for me to describe scents, but I find that it just lasts so long, and I feel like it's very, it's not mature. I don't want to say it's mature, but it's not for me, mature is it's not something a child would wear. It's not something a teenager would necessarily wear, which I felt like that with the Harajuku fragrances. I just feel like it is the right level of maturity for me. So I have really been loving this, and the packaging of this is super cute as well. So that's definitely been a favorite. Another beauty-related favorite is my Origins Clear Improvement Mask. So this has charcoal and it also has clay. And this is something that I got for Christmas. And I've used it a few times in February. And it's just so soothing on the skin. It's really like cooling and has a really unique kind of texture to it. But then it kind of dries like a clay mask would dry. And it just makes my skin really soft. I've just really been liking it. Like the process of using it is just so nice. So definitely been loving this. And my last beauty related favorite is something that I just recently bought, and it kind of seems too soon to make it a favorite, but I just had to include it. I have been loving it. This I got at Marshall's. It was like the second to last weekend in February, and it's from Bliss, and it's the body butter in lemon and sage, and I have like this super sized version of it because it was a better deal to get this. But I don't know. The scent is really nice, but what I really like about it is the texture. Now it says it's a body butter. I wouldn't quite say it's a body butter, so it says body butter and it says maximum moisture cream. I would definitely describe it more as a cream. It's not like a lotion. It's kind of a middle grade between like a lotion that's really like runny and then like a body butter that's really thick. But I love the texture of this, and it goes on so nicely. It sinks into my skin so quickly. It doesn't leave any sort of residue. The scent is nice. It's not too overpowering, which I think is nice. This is really nice like in the daytime if you don't want your lotion scent to interfere with like your perfume that you're using. So I've just really been loving this, and I'm really glad that I got it. I got this from Marshall's, so I'm glad that I decided to buy this because I've just been really loving it. And I mainly have used the Bath & Body Works, like their Triple Moisture Body Creams. I like this so much better, like the texture of this so much better than those. And then also the Body Shop Body Butters, which I really do love. But this is a kind of a nice change from that, a kind of different option for me to have. So I have just been loving this, and it's a problem because the Bliss like products are more expensive, but I think knowing that I can find them at like Marshall's and find them at discounted prices, I think are good, because I do think they're overpriced if you are paying like the suggested price that Bliss has, because I think I was looking on Sephora's website. So for the 6.7 fluid ounce, so this is 14. So for almost less than half of this, they're charging $29. I think that's really ridiculous. But for double the size at Marshall's, this was only $16.99. So much reduced than what they actually sell it for. But do really love this. So that's it for my beauty favorites. Next I wanted to talk about some candles. And the first one is a candle that I'm burning. It's the Peach Bellini scent from Bath & Body Works. And I'll put it down since I am burning it. But this candle, it was they always have Peach Bellini. I feel like all times a year they just repackage it and have it in the summer, and then they have it in the winter. This one was with like the New Year's collection, so it has like the gold like sticker packaging. But this candle, oh my gosh, I love peach first of all. So I guess if you didn't like peach, you might not like this, but I love anything peach. And this has such a great throw. I can burn it and then smell it all throughout my apartment. Oh my goodness, it's so great. And it's been such nice change from all the like winter sort of candles that I've been burning. I think it's a great sort of transition from like the winter sort of candles into more like spring-like candles. So I've really been enjoying burning this. And I have to say, I know a lot of people go crazy about Bath & Body Works, like the Market Peach scent. I have really wanted to like that scent. I love peach, but I've never, like when I burn it, I never like think it has that great of throw. Like I'm never that wowed by it. But this candle, I love. And it's peach, but I think it also has like black currant. I'm going to say it has another fruit in there as well. But it's kind of peach, but peach a little bit enhanced. And I just love it. So definite favorite. And then another candle favorite is this, which I'm also using in my Project Wax. So this is Archipelago Botanicals. Oh, I can't talk. And it's in the Verbena Basil set. And what this set, the Verbena Basil scent, and it's a set. So there's a mini diffuser, which looks like this. Super cute. And then a mini, like, little candle. And this I just have on my nightstand. And I just love the scent. It's like fresh. I love anything where they mix like a fruit with like an herb. I love those sort of blends. And I love having the little diffuser right by my nightstand because I can smell it all times. I don't just need to burn the candle to smell it. It's just really, really nice. And I've really been enjoying that. And I think I got this as a gift. I don't know if I would imagine that they still sell these sets. But I think these make really great gifts. So I've really been loving that. So that is all for candles. I have like a whole candle category. Next, I'll go into my entertainment favorites. So the first thing is a book. And this is a book I read in February, obviously. This is Isla and the Happily Ever After by Stephanie Perkins. And it's the third book in Stephanie Perkins' companion series. There's Anna and the French Kiss, Lola and the Boy Next Door, and then this is the third book in that series. And this takes place, so Isla lives in New York City, but she goes to school, it's like a high school in Paris. And all three books are kind of interconnected, like different characters from the books know each other. The characters from this book were both had varying degrees of presence in Anna and the French Kiss, and all the characters from all three of the books appear in this book, so it kind of gives them all like a kind of conclusion or a follow-up on all those characters. So I really did enjoy this. I think it's a great little series. It is young adult, so they are easy to read books, but I feel like lots of people would like them. They're not necessarily, you don't read it and feel like you're reading something like, oh, this is so for like middle schoolers or something. I really love the books and I really did enjoy reading them. And the parts like in Paris I really liked. Well, you can see my shirt from New York City to London, Paris. So I feel like this shirt kind of goes with the book, but really did enjoy this and the series in general, and I thought this was a really good conclusion to the series. So loved that. So I did have some TV favorites to discuss. So the first one is a show on Bravo. It's called Best New Restaurant. And anyone that watches Top Chef would know who Tom Colicchio is. He's like the head judge on Top Chef. And he's also like the head judge on Best New Restaurant. So what it is he goes to, for each episode, he goes to 2 different restaurants and puts them through a pressure test where they have to serve 30 diners a complete dinner service from like drinks to dessert, everything in between. And they have to serve 30 diners in 2 hours. And then the Best New Restaurant will send in like secret diners to the restaurants just to see how they perform, how their services and their food is when they don't think they're being judged. And then both of the restaurants will go to New York and they have to serve, it's It's like 2-course meals where the first restaurant will serve first course and the second one will serve their first course. So often one will serve, the other will serve, and then Tom will make a determination. And it's called Best New Restaurant. So it's new restaurants, and he's looking at the restaurant as a whole. It's not just looking at their food, it's looking at their service, looking how their kitchen runs, how efficient they are, how well their systems are in place. So he kind of looks at everything as a whole. I think it's just really interesting. I think there's 16 restaurants in total. So they're still at the first round when the restaurants are, trying to get to the next round. So they'll go from like having 16 restaurants to 8. And then there's a corresponding web series on, it's like the Bravo Now app, where they'll send in more secret diners to the 8 restaurants that made it to the next round. They send in more secret diners, and they're using the secret diner footage to determine which 4 restaurants will go to the next round of the competition. And I just really like it. I love, especially from Top Chef, I really like going to different restaurants, and it's really interesting to see like experts' opinions on restaurants. And it kind of makes you feel differently about service. And some things they say about service is that, for a restaurant, you should do anything that you can to like make the customer happy, and how that's so important. I think especially now with how social media is, any customer could go and write a horrible review, and, your reputation could really be like tarnished from not treating customers with like the most respect and, putting customers number one. So I think it's a really interesting show, and I definitely would recommend it. Definitely if you like Top Chef or any sort of like food sort of shows or restaurant shows about restaurants, I think they're really that's really interesting. And another thing I've been loving this month, another TV show, is Portlandia. Love Portlandia. I love their like themed episodes. I think it's a really creative idea for a show, and I just love all the episodes and all the different like characters. So that's definitely something I've been loving. And then I do have a song favorite, and it's a song by Brandi Carlile, and her new album actually is coming out on March 3rd. So I am pre-filming this just because I have so many like beginning of the month sort of videos that my favorites video kind of has to get pushed back a little bit. But I was so excited to talk about all this stuff that I didn't really want to wait to film the video. I wanted to film it. I'm filming this March 1st, so I wanted to really film the video and talk about the things like at the very beginning of March versus waiting a little bit. But her album by this point will be out. It's called The Firewatcher's Daughter, and the song that I really love from it, because I pre-ordered the album on iTunes, so slowly different songs from it were being released. But the song I've been loving in February is called Wherever Is Your Heart. And I won't play the song since I don't have rights to play the song. I don't want to get flagged or anything. But I was going to read some of the lyrics from the song. I don't know, it just struck a chord with me this month. Okay, I thought I had it ready, but I guess I did not. Okay, I'll just read some of the lyrics from the song. I think it's time we found a way back home. You lose so many things you love as you grow. I miss the days when I was just a kid. My fear became my shadow, I swear it did. You made me feel like I was always falling down without a place to land. Somewhere in the distance I heard you calling. Oh, it hurts so bad to let go of your hand. Even when you're high, you can get low. Even with your friends you love, you're still alone. We always find the darkest place to go. God forgive our minds, we were born to roam. Wherever is your heart, I call home. Though your feet may take you far from me, I know. Wherever is your heart, I call home. So that's just some of the lyrics from it. I don't know. I feel like songs, like at certain times sort of influence you or like really stick with you for whatever reason. And this month I've just been loving that one. So I don't know. I can't wait for her album to come out. I really love her. She's one of my most like favorite artists. So super excited for that. And my last favorites are random, but I had to share. There are 2 different food favorites. So the first ones are these frozen burritos. And disclaimer, I don't cook. Cooking for me means microwaving or like boiling water for like pasta. I don't cook. Or heating up something. So I found these at Safeway. And they're from Sweet Earth Natural Foods. And at Safeway, I found 4 different types of their burritos. So there's the Santa Fe burrito, Santa Cruz burrito, if I could read. So this one has pinto beans, Monterey Jack cheese, oregano, and tangy salsa. So that's a more kind of traditional type of burrito. There's also the Kyoto burrito. So Japanese-inspired burrito. This one is super good. It has Japanese adzuki beans, edamame, baby bok choy, fresh baby spinach, ginger, and shiitake mushrooms. Really love that one. And also the Greek burrito, which is a savory blend of white beans, fresh baby spinach, feta, and oregano. And then the other one I've tried, but the last time I went to the store they didn't have it, was the Big Sur like breakfast burrito, and that one has like potato and like tofu. So I didn't even realize I was eating the breakfast burrito. I thought it had like egg in it. And then I realized, wait, this is tofu. And then I realized, oh, these are like vegan. So the Kyoto one is vegan, and the other breakfast one is burrito. I went on their website, so they have like 8 burritos on their website. I was only able to find 4 at Safeway. So the other 2 that I showed are vegetarian. And I'm not a vegan or a vegetarian or anything, but I do think it's kind of cool to try different stuff out. And I think these are really good. So totally random. I don't know how widely available they would be. They are kind of a local brand to me. So they do sell them like at Safeway's grocery stores near me, but I don't know how widely available they would be. But I think those were an awesome find that I found in February. And my last favorite is something else very random that I found at Safeway. And this is a cheese. So it's from the Sartori company. And it's their MontAmore cheese. And I love cheese. So I can never be a vegan because I love cheese too much. But I was looking for cheeses because the Safeway I was at had like a really great cheese selection, which is really nice for just like a grocery store to have like a great cheese selection. So I was looking at different like artisan sort of cheeses, and the description of this just made me want to buy it. It says, like a new romance, this sweet, creamy, and fruity cheese finishes with a playful bite. Prepare to fall in love. I'm like, oh my gosh, I have to try it. So what I was wanting was like some sort of aged cheddar cheese, and this was kind of by the cheddar section, but it's this company's like own proprietary blend of cheese, because they like invented this sort of MontAmore cheese. So I looked it up online, and it's like cultures of cheddar cheese and Parmesan cheese to create this cheese. And it's definitely one that is very like crumbly, but it's soft enough that you can just kind of eat it. It's not like a Parmesan cheese that's a much harder cheese. So I don't know, I've really been loving it. And because of like the aging process, it has these little like crystal, like carbonate crystals, like particles in it, that it's kind of like if you like had little grains of salt in the cheese, but it's not like salty. And I know everyone might not like that, but I don't know, I've just been like in love with this cheese. So I don't know if anyone else out there loves cheese, but I just thought it was like an amazing discovery that I found, and now I have to get more of it. But anyway, so those are my favorites for the month. Definitely let me know what you've been loving. And yeah, I think February was a really exciting month, and I just have been loving a lot of stuff lately. So I hope you guys enjoyed this format of video. Definitely let me know your thoughts. And yeah, I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Bye.